Hi everybody, I'm iPad Expert Dave and I'm continuing my mission. I'm on a mission to help as many people as I possibly can to properly prepare their iOS devices for the new iOS and then how to install it. So I decided to put together this series of 3 helpful tutorial videos that will help you avoid the common mistakes people make when updating the iOS on their Apple mobile devices. These 3 videos teach you how to prepare your iDevice for updating to the new iOS, how to properly install the iOS update, and finally, provide you a walkthrough of some of the exciting new iOS features so you're ready to use them. That said, let's continue on with this video. How to install iOS 9 on your iDevice. This is video 2 in the series of 3 videos that I'll be sharing with you. In this video, I will guide you step by step how to properly install Apple's iOS 9 update on your Apple mobile device, so you can find comfort knowing that you are doing it properly. But before we go any further, I would suggest to you to select the video expansion tool in the bottom right hand corner of this player, so you can view the video full screen. Alright then, now let's go learn how to install iOS 9. There are 2 ways to install iOS 9. Download iOS 9 to iTunes and install from your computer. Or the second way is you can use the over-the-air installation method from your Apple mobile device. In this video, I'll be showing the over-the-air install method, which is the most common method for installing the new iOS. Now, before you start the installation, please make sure you have properly prepared your iDevice, and I want you to watch video 1 in this series, if you haven't already, how to prepare your device for iOS 9. Also, please make sure you back up your device before you install iOS 9. That is a critical step that I really want you to do, so make sure you back up your device. Also, make sure your device is charged to at least 50% and plug that device into a power source. Alright, we're all set to install iOS 9, so let's get to work. Okay, I'm on my iPad Air now, and I want to go over a couple tips right before we do the installation. And this is important. I want you to follow these tips. First of all, I want you to check your App Store, and I want you to check to see if you have any available updates. You'll notice to the right of the apps, there's a little button that says Open. Well, those are already updated. If you have an app that is ready to be updated, it'll say Update. I want you to update all those apps that you have in there before you run the iOS update. Next, make sure you do a backup of your device before the installation. I just got done backing up to both iCloud and iTunes. So I'm backed up, I've got it in 2 places, and I'm ready to go. Next, I want you to plug in your device. So I want you to plug it into a power source, so plug it into a wall outlet. And you notice in the upper right hand corner, mine's plugged in, you'll see that little lightning bolt. And staying in the upper right hand corner, you notice that I have a battery charge, or it's at 88%, and I want you to have at least 50%, so 50% before you do the installation. Preferably having it up around 88 to 100%. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm all set to go with that. Next, I want you to double tap your home button and go into the multitask mode. And you'll see that I have a lot of apps that are open. What I want you to do, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and quit apps that are open in the background. And to quit an app, you just saw that I flicked one up. Just take your finger on that little thumbnail right there and swipe up. That quits the app. And I'm going to go through all the open apps that I have and quit this. Quite a few apps. This is good practice. So there are no current running apps during the install. Alright, so let's come back to the home screen. So we've got that all done. Next thing I want you to do is I want you to restart your device. Completely restart and give it a complete refresh. Now to restart your device, you hold down your sleep wake or your power button. It's called either or. and hold that down for about 2-3 seconds until you get to the slide power off screen. At this point, go ahead and slide that from left to right to shut down your iDevice. Now once it shuts down, go ahead and restart it. Okay, are you ready to go to work? All right, now don't worry about this process. I'm going to walk you through step by step how to do this, so stick with me and we'll make sure that you do the install correctly. First, we need to go find that iOS 9 update. Now to do that, we have to head over to our Settings app. Now my Settings app is in the bottom left-hand corner of my dock, so find yours and go ahead and tap on it. Now, once you're in the Settings app, look for the General settings on the left-hand side and tap that. So General. And then at the top of the screen, you should see Software Update. Okay, you see that up there, Software Update? Go ahead and tap that. That's going to scan to see if we have any updates, and sure enough, there's iOS 9. Okay, great. Right now, before we actually tap the download and install button that you see there, let's go ahead and tap on the Learn More button there. And when we do this, Apple gives us an overview of all the different features and updates provided within this update. And as you can see, as I swipe, there's quite a few that are in there. Feel free to go ahead and read that if you'd like to. I will be providing videos based on some of these updates that we have in here, so look for those after this video. So let's go ahead and tap Done. And now the only thing left to do is tap the download and install. Shall we do it? Yeah, let's give it a shot. So let's go ahead and tap download install. And it's going to ask for your passcode. So if you have a passcode, go ahead and enter that in now. Okay, now once that passcode is entered, Apple wants you to go ahead and accept the terms and conditions of this. So feel free to go through and read all that. And once you're ready, go ahead and tap Agree in the bottom right-hand corner. And yes, we do agree. As you can see, the gears are beginning to turn on the icon that's next to the iOS 9 update right there. It's cranking pretty good. I did have a couple delays and I had to try it a couple times due to the Apple's update servers being extremely busy right now, but I just managed to get in and I've got about 6 minutes remaining. And what it's doing right now in this stage is actually downloading the update to my iPad itself. There will be a couple more stages to follow and I'll walk you through those as well. So instead of sitting here for 5 minutes and just watching this, I'm going to stop the recording right now and I will pick you up on the next stage. All right? Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Okay, now we're in the preparing update stage. And the downloading has completed, even though it's saying downloaded there, it's actually preparing the update from the download. And this stage is cooking along pretty good here. The download stage took approximately 6 minutes, 7 minutes maybe for me. And just remember, it'll probably be faster for you if you're doing this not on the day of the release. I'm sure the Apple servers, again, are very, very stressed out from the amount of people trying to update right away. The preparing update stage is just about done. And it will advance on to the next stage shortly. I do want to point out that this update is much smaller than previous ones in the size of it, the download size, which is great for all you people that have limited room on your iOS device to actually download and install. Oh, here we go. iOS 9 will begin in 2 seconds. So the install stage is going, it's verifying, and it's going to go through a restart process. I may lose you here. If so, I'll pick you up on the other side. All right? So hang in there. All right. Well, what I had to do is, since I cannot record my screen while it's going through the install process, I just took a couple snapshots of it so you can see what it's going to look like. Now, the snapshot you see right here is the installation status bar. You'll get an idea on the progress of the install by watching that progress bar fill up. Now, that progress bar actually shows up twice. So it does an initial install and then a follow-up process. Now, once the install has completed and your iDevice has restarted, it'll come up to a screen that will welcome you and say hello. And that's on the left-hand side. You'll see that screenshot there. Now, the screenshot on the right is presented to you by the iOS. And essentially what's going to happen is when you tap continue, it's going to ask you for specific input to properly set up your device for your personal use. Location services on the left, that will pop up and you'll have a choice either to enable it or disable it. Now again, location services allows apps, for instance like maps or even like a weather app, to use your location to provide information to you based on that location. The screen on the right is asking you to log in with your Apple ID to activate iCloud. So if you're already using iCloud, you're going to want to go ahead and authenticate in with your Apple ID and password. If you forgot your password, you can tap right there, or you can just skip this step altogether by tapping skip this step. Apple also presents a diagnostic request for you. They want your cooperation with your device sending diagnostic information back to Apple to help them and with third-party app developers better their product. So at the bottom you can choose send to Apple or choose don't send at all. And finally, that right screen there, once you get to that screen, you are done with the setup and all you need to do is tap get started. Now when my home screen came up, an option popped up that says add iCloud Drive to your home screen. If iCloud Drive is activated in your iCloud settings, there is a brand new app. And this app allows you to access all your documents that are stored in iCloud. You have an option to add this app now, or you can simply tap not now with the option of doing this later in your iCloud settings. Well, welcome to iOS 9. Congratulations! I hope that you successfully installed iOS 9 on your device and you're all set to use it. Now, looking at the screen in iOS 9, you're probably thinking, Dave, I don't know any difference. Oh, how do I know if I actually installed it correctly? Well, I'm going to show you that right now. What I want you to do is find your settings app. Now mine's in the bottom left-hand corner, and I'm going to go ahead and tap settings and tap general on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, find software update and go ahead and tap that. And look at that, iOS 9. Your software is up to date. Okay, great. So if you see that, you did it right and congratulations. All right, one last thing I want to show you too. Let's go back to the home. So tap your home button, go back to your home screen, and I want you to find your App Store app. Mine's in the bottom right-hand corner. Go ahead and tap that. And once you're in there, at the bottom of the screen, I want you to go ahead and tap Updates. Now, as you can see, I don't have any apps to update, but you might. And if you do, go ahead and tap Update next to those apps, or in the upper left-hand corner, you'll have the option to update all apps if you have more than one to update. All right, I'm going to tap my home button, get back to the home, and that's it. All right, so do me one last big favor. If you liked what you learned today and it helped you out, do me a favor. Right below this video, I want you to find that like button and go ahead and tap that. And that's just telling me that you did appreciate what I shared with you today and you actually learned something. If you want to share this video with a friend and you think this video can help them out, go ahead and hit the share button. And finally, in that comment section down below there, go ahead, let me know if you successfully installed iOS 9 and let me know how your experience went. If you got any questions or comments, I'll do my best to respond back to you in a timely manner. Also, if you, by chance, were having problems installing iOS 9 because your device is running out of free space, take a look below where I have a special training video that I set up where I went step by step showing you how to make room on your iOS device so you can run the iOS update. All you have to do is go ahead and click down there and head over to that video and join me. Well, that's a wrap for this video. And again, thanks a lot for joining me. I hope your experience went well. And I hope you join me for video 3, where you and I together will go and explore all the new features of iOS 9. And believe there's some really cool stuff that's in there, so come join me for that. Until next time, laugh, love, be happy, and get your mobile on.